Welcome to another edition of How to Climb High Mountains for Beginners. Today I'm on Mount Uncompadre. Be climbing this 14er. It's about 36 degrees out right now. It's supposed to be about 42 to 45 on top. So I want to make sure I brought a decent amount, a little bit of gear. I just have my windbreaker on, sweatshirt and a regular shirt, and my soft shells. Kind of keep me warmer. And just a pair of gloves. I got a stocking cap and everything if I need it. So one of the things I usually talk about is how to keep your heart rate at a decent spot. You don't want to be rising it up too high where it's kind of out of control and getting too high for you. And you don't want your legs burning out too early. So I tend to adjust my speeds according to how steep the hills are. I'll slow down, do my rest steps, or stop now and then when I need to. Just got to keep an eye on that. Weather today's great. Not a cloud in the sky. It's gonna be a great September day. And I'm back with you again. We're nearing tree line, which is around 12,200 feet, generically speaking. So the oxygen starts thinning out, and it can't survive. And Uncompadre is right in front of me there. She's 14,309, I think. So because I lost 20% of my lungs at least to pneumonia and cancer stuff, I brought some oxygen with me again. It really makes a huge difference. I do take aspirin before I get started, as well as up high. Aspirin really thins that blood out, makes you transport more oxygen easier. So it's a great little cheat that I learned. Otherwise, I used to get horrible headaches. I'll talk about more of that maybe as I get a little higher. Well, Uncompadre is right in front of me. Perfect day. There's like almost no wind, real light. It's perfect. I'm gonna have to start shedding some clothes. Once you start sweating, you gotta start shedding them. You don't want to sweat too much. It suddenly cools down or whatever. You gotta go back down. You don't want to be getting into hypothermia stuff. So I do the same thing the other way around. I start getting cold, start adding it again. That's extremely important up here because the temperatures will change quite quickly at times. That's cool views. Just spin around. There's no snow left. It's September, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Would be fun to do this one though. With a bunch of snow like in late May or something, if you could get up that dirt road that gets here. That was amazing a minute ago. This is the quietest I think I've ever heard up this high. There's not one puff of breeze. A minute ago I was away from this ridge. I couldn't even hear this little stream down here. There's not one sound. And I'm totally alone on this mountain. It's a weekday and nobody else is here. So I got this big baby all to myself, I think. That's 2,000 vertical feet from here to up to the top. I had to shed some clothes because it's warming up. I'm on the east side of the mountain. So I took off my sweatshirt and my windbreaker, my gloves. I don't need them. I don't want to keep sweating harder and harder because then you just got to drink more water too. So let's continue. Okay, this brings up a thought in my mind. We're still just under the peak still. But when I cross these little streams, if you absolutely had to, you run out of water, Keep track of where the little streams are. You could most likely drink this. It's coming right out of the ground. It hasn't had time to get bacteria in it yet, as long as the water's moving. So you could do it if you had to, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you got some tablets. Bring some tablets with you in your little kit. Okay, this is an excellent opportunity for me to show you the rest step technique. My heart rate's up pretty high. I'm breathing pretty hard. So what you need to do, I'll point the camera down, is just pause, totally relax that top leg, lock the back, lock that left one now, totally relax the right. So you're just pausing, and this is a great way to recover. Still be making head ground, and I'm just waiting for my breathing to go down, starting. I use this up high a lot. Once it gets steeper, it gets all crazy. But it brings your legs back. Not burning as much, and I can breathe better now. And the coolest part is it's much shallower falling as well as rising, versus if you stop, drastically falls, and as soon as you get going, it like drastically jumps again. So it's a great little technique that I learned about a decade or so ago. Now, don't worry, my route is not vertically straight up that. That would be certain death. So the route calls to go left of these cliffs. Trail kind of wraps around to the left and makes its way to the ridge. Now if you see the main cliffs that go horizontally all the way around it kind of thing, all the way to that left is where I have to go left around the back side and then skirt up kind of a little crazier section, but nothing too nuts away, not like this thing. And after that, it's pretty straightforward, I guess. So I studied those routes, the pictures from the website I told you guys about, I think on section 2 or 3. And I take pictures of those pictures, so if I need to look at them while I'm up here to go, hey, I need to go left or right, I use them as a guide, especially when I'm alone. Climbing alone I don't recommend, but I've been doing it for decades, so it's okay. There's a little bit of fresh snow on the side of that ridge. We'll see if it's still there when I get up there. I got some last weekend, just a little bit. Interesting geography here. You can see these hills, the peaks here, the ridge line. Massive amounts of snows used to build up into glaciers, and then they'd start moving. And you can see what it does. Just creates those lines and lumps and just rips the crap out of the terrain, working its way down. Okay, we've made it to the saddle. This is up above where I was showing where the glaciers would build. We're making our way around the cliffs. Now I need to turn right. I can see the trail up there on that horizontal cliffs. It's on the left, a little line. Looks like they just kind of want me to go around this crap. There's some marmots over here. He's peeking his head up. I don't know if you can see him. He's checking me out. Wants me to kind of go left and then I guess right. You want to try and stay off the tundra when you can, because it just can only handle so much. Yeah, let's continue. All right, here we are on top of the saddle. And compadre's behind me. Getting there. I wanted to show you this quick scene that's around me. It's really cool. San Juan Mountains behind me. There's another 5 or 6 14ers, probably another 50 at least of 13s. Just tons of them out here as far as I can see. And we'll finish eating, get something to drink, and get a move on. We got to get this done. So now, see the big cliffs coming up in front of me there. Of course, I'm not going to venture over there. We're going to stay right of it. And if you look closely, you can probably see some lines. I zoomed in a little bit. Those lines of the trail. I'm going to get on top of these first cliffs on the left. Go around that big one. We're on the left side of it. All right, we're about 13,000 feet, about 1,300 to go. And we got some wildlife around us. I got a little chipmunk running over here. I don't know if you can see him or not. And then I've got 2 marmots. They're fattening up for the winter. Their season's almost done too, just like mine. All right, nice set of cliffs around me here. That's pretty cool. What a great view. And there are some guys actually working on the trail up here. I've been seeing them more and more lately, which is good. They help with the erosion. You'll see sometimes rocks are like planted almost like steps, and that's them. So they're working up here today at high altitude. We're about 13.2, I think. What a job that must be.
What's that?
Filming for YouTube.
Oh, nice.
So these are the nice people that work on the trails.
Right on.
Reduce the erosion and give us little steps. And we're very thankful for them.
Yes, give you some solid footing.
Makes life a lot easier when there's no snow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Okay, we made it to the base of the upper cliffs. And here's where they end. Right there. So we know we gotta go left around the back side, because these are too stupid to play with. Let's see what happens next. You'll notice here these rocks are infused in other rocks. Just how it was built up. Still right at the edge of that cliff. You can start to see how steep it's starting to get. Now if there was snow, I just come straight up this with my crampons on, because there's no trail anyway, you can't see it. So you see how much higher we are now. Way down there, you can probably see the trail. Probably got 600 feet to go, maybe more. 600-700 feet, I think. So while I'm here, I need to tell you about altitude sickness. It's actually very dangerous and can be deadly for anyone. You can get it well below tree line. It's good to always acclimate if you can somewhere at a high mountain town first to help yourself out. I bring the oxygen bottle with me. Got it right here on my side. So they weigh nothing. It's like a little spray can. It helps me out because I lost some lung capacity. So worst part is headaches. That's the first sign. And you start getting dizzy. Nausea can kick in is the next step. And you really start getting lightheaded and unconsciousness, and then death. So people die way down below tree line from altitude sickness. So you gotta be ready for it, know the signs. Keep track of your body and the weather. The weather's perfect. There's not a low cloud in the sky anywhere, just these airliners. That is it. Let's continue. There's several pinnacles here, so this is going to be entertaining. I got to find the right slot. Let's see what we can find here. Let's see. You don't want to go up the wrong one. We'll just follow the trail here till we see something more interesting. Now, see this pinnacle, this pointed one here, and those rough ones over there. When I take a look at my picture off of that website, so you can kind of zoom in, and you can see that pointed one right there, and the more jagged one over there. So the scree is this one. Oh, a little rodent running around right in front of me here. I forget the name of these little guys. This one has scree, which is loose stuff. This one's a little more aggressive, right in front of the pinnacle, but it's more stable, so that's the way I'm going to take. So that's how you do it. It's all about route finding, making sure you're in the right spot at all times. And I got to catch it on the way down, so I might just leave my poles right at the top of this so I can spot them. That'd probably be the best way to do it. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. A little class 3 section right up the middle. Just look for those footholds, handholds. Watch for slippery stuff. Just go right up it. Then coming down, I'll probably just do it on my butt because it's not really steep, but kind of steep. It's not too bad. It's nice and solid. Keep looking for good grips. Stop when you need to stop. See, I can go right or left. I think I'll go left. Sometimes you just test those rocks too, if you're not sure they're solid. It's painful, but really fun. Okay, I'll take a look at the route coming up. I gotta catch my air anyway. I'm breathing really hard right now. So I'll catch my air first and I'll continue. Okay, so sometimes they will put little piled up rocks, one right in front of me. Because I don't know the route, you look for those piled rocks. I see another one there, but I kind of do see one there. So I'm not 100% sure yet which way to go. I just got to catch this right spot on the way down. That's the kind of dangerous part. So I'm just going to continue up a little bit, hunt, find the best spot, because it rounds off and you're on a nice little ridge. I just got to find it. Aha! Look what I found. Obvious trail. Sweet. Okay. So now when I come down this section, I know there's the pointed one. Right there. I need to be to the left of it because that's all that shit moves. I don't want to be on that, or I'm over to my right more. So on my way down, I have to pick up this spot. Let's see what's over this ridge. Oh wow, well-defined trail right here for the moment. Okay, so we're up on top of cliffs. I'm just gonna continue working our way up. Big cliffs on the left, so we're gonna go right over here, head on up. We're getting close, I think. This is kind of a false summit like thing, I think. We'll see when I get on top of this. So it's rounded off nicely. I think I'm getting close to the top. I think we're almost there. I think they're just going for it right here. Sometimes the trail just splits off. You just gotta kind of make your own path sometimes. This looks correct. Still a little snow around from this weekend. They were probably nicely coated with a few inches. Okay, got a little more to go yet. You will often find these. This is a really nice one. People make these to block the wind. Just in the middle of winter, and the crazy guys are climbing. There's another one down beyond. There's about 3 or 4 of them up here in this spot. Wind's really, really cold. It's a great place to duck down in. Get some food and rest before you head back down. So you'll see these sometimes on these big peaks with a big fat top. I'm not quite at the top yet, but we're getting close. I think I'm almost there. It's one step in front of the other. Take the brakes when you need to. Legs are on fire. You're getting tired. You just want to beat it. It's more internal drive than physical, I think. Just gotta keep pushing the limits. Let's see if this is the top. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Yeah, this is it. All right, here we are. Woohoo! Beat another one. And I am surrounded by cliffs now. These are huge. You want to take a peek down there. That's a 2,000 vertical foot drop. All the way around the nose of this thing. And the other ones were smaller, but they're still cliffs. Yeah. There she is. We got to stand on the top. Yes. Another one down. Man, what a view. That ridge looks cool. Huh. Alpine Lake down there. Huh. All right, there's the pinnacle. I like how they built this up right here. It's really easy to tell it's a trail. Really easy. Yeah, we're gonna come up that left side. That's the original route, but that's all scree and it moves. It's absolutely horrible. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go this way. This stuff's stable. Stable is way better than moving around on you. Here we go. There she is. just work our way down it. This ain't bad. This isn't even a 3 right here. This is like a difficult 2. You have to be careful of that dirt. Dirt can be slippery on a rock. Okay, just watching for something to be slippery. I see some steps right there. I like those better than that. So I'm constantly looking for the best, safest route. Only about 50 feet to go. So this one's not that bad. There's a little steeper section. You gotta watch out for this loose stuff. That can ruin your day real quick. Okay, almost there. About the 25 feet to go. Now here's kind of getting into a class 3. What I'm gonna do, you just get down on your butt maybe if I can. My backpack may not let me. So I think my poles are gonna hit. I like getting down on my butt sometimes I need to. Almost there. There's an airplane around here somewhere. Oh, it's a fighter. I'm about 13 and a half. He's about 20. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Ain't nothing. Just gotta watch every foot. I look at the angles, how steep they are. Do I want to use my hands? Do I need to use my hands or not? And just feel for that slippery. All right, it's a walk down now. Still a crazy view.